Hey guys, Mark here from Rings.com, and today we'll be going over the best truly wireless headphones that we've tested so far in 2019. Note that this overview doesn't include the Tautronic Sound Liberty 53, the Klipsch T5, the JBL Tune 120, or the Raycon E50. We've bought them and they're in the office, but we haven't had the chance to review them yet. If they turn out to be worthwhile recommendations, then we'll add them to the corresponding article linked in the description below. You can also follow the links to all the headphones we recommend in this video for more in-depth reviews. So with that being said, let's get to it. In the budget category, so if you want to spend less than $100 on a true wireless headset, then get either the Anker SoundCore Liberty Air or the SoundPeats TrueFree. The TrueFree are one of the best cheap wireless headsets that we've tested, being less than $50 and delivering a solid performance that's on par with more expensive headphones that didn't make the cut. They have a sturdy, decently comfortable design, and they're fairly compact for those who prefer smaller wireless in-ears. This is especially noticeable when comparing them to the Liberty Air. The TrueFree also have a bass-heavy sound profile that's well-suited for fans of bass-heavy genres like EDM and hip-hop, although they do lack a bit of detail for more vocal and instrument-centric music. Unfortunately, their case design does not protect the headphones very well, and their continuous battery life isn't as good as some of the more premium options on this list. They lasted only 3.3 hours in our battery test, but provide 4 to 5 additional charges in their case, so they should be able to last you throughout the day if you take a few breaks here and there. Also, there are a couple of variants of this model that come with much better cases that have lids and provide greater battery capacity, so look out for those models if you need a bit more battery life. If you don't mind spending a little more though, then we would recommend the SoundCore Liberty Air instead. They have a much better balanced sound that caters well to both bass and vocal-centric music. They're also a bit more comfortable and have a slightly longer continuous playtime of 4 hours with 4 additional charges. They also have a much better case that comes with a lid. Their AirPods-inspired design also feels decently premium despite their budget price, but they may not be as durable as some of the other options on this list. You can watch a more in-depth dive of the comparison between these two budget models by following the link below. Moving on to the next category, if you have a higher budget and want the most balanced sounding truly wireless headsets that we've tested, then check out the Bose SoundSport Free, or if you prefer a more customizable sound, the Sony WF-1000xm3. The SoundSports are a little old and it shows in their considerably bulky design and case. They also awkwardly stick out of your ears, but Bose is slated to release a more compact update of this model sometime this year as part of the new 500 and 700 series of products, which we'll purchase and test once they become available. In the meantime, the SoundSport Free still deliver in the sound department with a neutral and balanced sound that's good for both bass-heavy tracks and more vocal and instrument-heavy music. They don't sound too bright or too muddy, but unfortunately they don't come with an EQ like all Bose headphones so far. They have a sturdy, rugged design, but their stiff physical controls are a bit difficult to use. They also don't have as much battery life overall as the XM3, lasting roughly 15 hours in total and 4.8 hours of continuous playtime. They are one of the more comfortable truly wireless options though, and provide a different fit to traditional in-ears, which some may prefer. Unfortunately, their semi-open earbud design means that they do not isolate as well as most of the in-ears on this list. In this aspect, the XM3 do a much better job thanks to the in-ear tips and active noise cancellation. If you use your headset more for commute, travel, or at the office to block the noise in your surroundings, then the XM3 are a good choice. They have a great premium feel and a stylish looking case that supports NFC pairing. They also have a well-balanced sound, provided you can get a good seal with the provided silicone and foam tips. Also, thanks to the Sony Headphones app, you can customize the sound profile to better match what you typically listen to. The app also gives you a good amount of control over the active noise cancelling feature, which works well, but it's slightly hampered by the difficulty of getting a good fit and seal, especially with the silicone tips. On the upside, they have an excellent battery life with a continuous playtime of 7 hours and 3 additional charges in their case, so they should easily last you long enough for the whole day and for most trips. Unfortunately, they also stick out of your ears a bit awkwardly, have a limited touch-sensitive control scheme, and unlike some of the other options on this list, they have practically no water or sweat resistance, so they will be a poor choice for sports and working out. In that sense, if you want a good, all-around true wireless design that you can use both casually at the gym, then consider the Jaybird Vista, the Jabra Elite Active 65T, or the Powerbeats Pro. The Jaybird Vista are the more affordable of the 3 options, especially when compared to the Powerbeats Pro. They have a better IPX rating, which makes them more suitable if you primarily use your headphones for working out and sweat a lot. They also have a comfortable fit and a compact design that would easily fit into most pockets. They come with an excellent app that gives you a wealth of customization options and one of the best EQs that we've tested so far. The default sound quality is well balanced, although slightly sharper than some of the other recommendations, but thanks to the excellent EQ, you can better match them to what you typically listen to. They also last about 5.5 hours on a single charge, which should be more than enough for most workout routine, and the case gives you an extra 10 hours, which should be good for most use cases and a full day's use. They're a great option for sports, but unfortunately the control scheme is a little limited and requires you to tinker a bit with the app to get the layout that works best for you. Here, the Jabra Elite Active 65T and the Powerbeats Pro do a little bit better. The Jabra Elite Active provide a good control scheme with all the necessary functions at your fingertips and physical controls that are much easier to use than the touch-sensitive ones of the Sonys and the Ankers. They have a good 5.2-hour battery life on a single charge with 2 additional charges in their case, and also come with a good customizable app that provides an EQ for adjusting the sound profile to your liking. They do not sound as good as the Beats or the Jaybirds out of the box, but thanks to the EQ, they're a bit more versatile than the Powerbeats for most users. They also isolate a lot better than both the Jaybirds and the Beats, so if you often work out in a crowded gym or need a little bit more isolation on your commute to work, then they will be a slightly better choice. Unfortunately, the somewhat bulky design and form factor of the earbuds is not the most comfortable or stable for everyone. In this aspect, the Powerbeats Pro would be a better alternative if you're willing to spend a little bit more. They have a comfortable ear hook design that's impressively stable for running and working out. They're super easy to use, especially on iOS devices, since they pair automatically when in proximity of your iPhone or iPad, thanks to the H1 chip. They also have one of the longest lasting continuous playtime of any truly wireless headset that we've tested at 11 hours on a single charge, which is great for all day listening, especially if you don't want to carry their bulky case around. Speaking of the Powerbeats case, it's sturdy and provides an additional charge for up to 24 hours of playtime. However, it's considerably bulkier than some of the more recent truly wireless designs, and it feels a little cheap considering the premium price point. Also, due to the H1 chip, they're a bit better suited for iOS users, similar to the AirPods, so they won't be the ideal options for Android owners. So if you're looking for a more Android-focused experience, then consider the Galaxy Buds instead. They are one of the most compact, truly wireless designs that we've tested, which is great for users with smaller ears. They have a decently well-balanced sound and come with a good app that's available on Android and offers some customization options and some sport-oriented features. Unfortunately, their touch-sensitive control scheme won't be for everyone, and they do not feel quite as well built or as premium. On the upside, they offer one of the best values to performance ratio with a good, well-balanced sound that you can customize. They also have a 7.5-hour battery life with 1 additional charge, and they block a fair bit of noise, making them suitable for most environments. If you're an Android user and you don't want to spend more than $150 on a truly wireless designs, then the Galaxy Buds are a great choice. So overall, if you're looking for budget options, the Anker SoundCore Liberty Air or the SoundPeats TrueFree are great choices. If you're primarily focused on sound, then the Bose SoundSport Free or the Sony WF-1000xm3 are great options. The SoundSport deliver in the comfort and sound department, and the XM3s are a good noise-canceling in-ears for commuting and provide a customizable sound and a premium design reflective of their price range. And for the best for sports and general purpose use, the Jaybird Vista and the Jabra Elite Active offer a great value. And for the same level of versatility, but more OS specific, then check out the Powerbeats Pro if you're an iOS user, or the Galaxy Buds for Android. A few notable mentions that didn't make the cut, but are still good choices if you're looking for truly wireless headsets. The JBL Under Armour True Wireless Flash are well-built earbuds for sports with a great audio reproduction, but lack some of the features compared to the other options on this list. The Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless and the B&O Play E8 2.0 are premium and very well-built in-ears with great cases, but have a somewhat unremarkable performance for the high-end price tag. And lastly, the Skullcandy Push True Wireless are a fairly budget option with a decent performance, but they're not quite as good as some of the picks in our budget category. And that's pretty much it. You can check out our website for more in-depth reviews for any models that you didn't see on the list. Also, leave us a comment for any truly wireless headphones you think we missed, and we may get a chance to review them if we get enough requests. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.